What if some of the stiffness that you feel in your body isn't actually about your muscles or even stretching properly? What if it's about fascia and the environment your fascia lives in, that fluid world inside of your body, and the mineral charge that runs through it? A living matrix that literally holds invests into every cell you have. So today we'll explore how hydration, minerals, light, and structured water may be determining how your fascia feels, what you feel like on the inside, and what it means for your body's own cellular battery, because you literally are a battery. This is emerging science, and we'll stay grounded, but I also want you to notice what you can feel in your own body that's your own truth, because that matters too. I'm Dr. Melanie Carlone. I'm a physical therapist, a somatic practitioner, and a nervous system educator with a master's and a doctorate, full for punishment, a double 200-hour yoga practitioner training, and I've been applying all that and working with people in their bodies for over 40 years. And what keeps drawing me back is this. Healing isn't just a mechanical thing. It's not just bits and parts working together. It's the whole environment. It's energetic. It's electrical. And today I want to step into a topic that sits right at that edge. Not as a claim, but an exploration, like an adventure. Because your fascia isn't just tissue. It's a living, responsive, electrically active system. And it exists in this whole holistic environment. So the question then becomes, what kind of environment do I need to cultivate so my fascia actually thrives? So let's start with, what is fascia exactly? Because it isn't dry webbing, it isn't just wrapping, it's this continuous body-wide network of tissue. You can literally go from the crown of your head to your toe, around every muscle, organ, nerve, every bone. It extends into even every cell. It's your largest sensory organ, and it's embedded with mechanoreceptors, these cells that detect all kinds of information: pressure, tension, vibration, movement. And it exists in this rich, fluid-filled environment. And it's that fluid I want to talk about today that allows the layers of your body to slide and glide and communicate, almost like water balloons inside of water balloons. And when that environment is really well supported, your movement feels lighter and smoother and easier. It's more coordinated. Information's flowing both ways. But when it's compromised, your body can feel heavy and dense, uncoordinated, like guarded, not responsive. And it's not necessarily injury that caused it. It's the system of your body operating in a different state. So here's the first question. Let's be curious. If fascia develops on its own fluid environment, what is that fluid actually made of? And what can I do about it? And here's where it gets really interesting. We're taught hydration's simple. You're supposed to drink, your body weight in ounces. Stay hydrated. Keep drinking water. Done. But what we're realizing now, researchers like Gerald Pollack at University of Washington here in Cascadia, where I live, is looking much more closely at how water behaves in biological bodies, in your surfaces. When water is near connective tissue, it doesn't behave like regular water. It forms what they're calling easy water or exclusion zone water, this more structured gel-like water that literally carries an electrical charge. Think of it like a passive carrier fluid or like a semiconductor. So an organized layer that stores and transfers electrical information. I mean, this is emerging science, but it is really provoking all that we thought that we knew. And here's what we do know. That extracellular matrix, that ground substance of your fascia, is largely made up of something called glycosaminoglycans, or GAGs, G-A-G-S. Large sugar kind of molecules that love water. They hold them like a sponge. They are negatively charged. And minerals? are positively charged. So gags act like tiny mineral magnets, like trillions of small batteries working together. And here's the critical part. Chronic stress, inflammation, all pulled minerals right out of that gel for other uses. And so the fascia starts to feel sort of stiff and depleted. And in a healthy, supported state, that matrix is hydrated, it's charged, it's alive. The fascia itself is what's called piezoelectric, meaning it literally generates a small electrical charge in response to pressure and movement. Every time you move, your fascia is generating electricity. Every time you breathe, generates a signal. And that signal is how cells communicate. So if fascia is electrical, what charges that battery? Here's something most people have never heard. The structured water layer in your fascia, that charged gel-like easy water layer, isn't built just by hydration alone. It's also built by light, specifically infrared light. Dr. Pollack's research shows this amazing thing that infrared energy helps organize water molecules into that charge-holding state. And here's a very interesting thing. Why would that happen? Well, infrared light, we've kind of evolved with it on the planet. Sunlight, firelight, all involved in our cells' ability to create electrical signal. Like your body's own metabolic heat can get generated from exposure to light, sunlight, far infrared saunas, even the warmth of your own hands resting on your body generate light and electricity. So this means morning sunlight, which I've talked about before, getting out there and facing the sun, letting it come in through closed eyelids and bathing. It isn't just mood medicine. It's literally charging your connective tissue. Moving in warm light, maybe doing something at a cellular level we're only beginning to understand, but the yogis have known for a very long time. So light and movement together, piezoelectric signal plus structured water, may be two of the most fundamental ways you can recharge the living matrix of your body. So let's talk about what powers that whole system. Minerals. Not minerals as supplements to optimize your performance, but literally the electrical currency that makes cellular communication possible. Minerals like magnesium and potassium, sodium, calcium, these aren't just nutrients. They're electrolytes. They carry charge. They move across cell membranes. They literally create gradients across the cell membrane, voltage gradients that power nerve signals, muscle contractions that hydrate tissues. I mean, magnesium alone is a cofactor in over 300 enzyme reactions that your body does. It regulates how your cells hold water, how the muscles can actually let go, how your nervous system quiets down and down-regulates. So if you're mineral depleted, which chronic stress really accelerates dramatically, pulling those minerals out, your cells have to struggle to hold charge. That really depleted feeling you have, think about it. Your fascia loses fluid resilience and your matrix gets like a stiff gel more than a gliding medium. And that's where the nervous system piece comes in. Because when your body is under a chronic overload of stress, that sympathetic system is just going all the time. Fight, flight, vigilance. It burns through magnesium at an accelerated rate. So the same state that creates tension in your fascia is the same state that depletes the minerals that could help release it. It's like tension creates depletion, and depletion feeds tension. This vicious cycle. And so recognizing that cycle is the beginning of being able to interrupt it. Fascia is literally piezoelectric, a very cool word for something that generates charge within itself through movement. And here's something really beautiful. It doesn't need intense exercise to activate. Small, rhythmic, pressure-changing movement is enough. Think breath, pranayama in yoga charges fascia. Think of fascia less like a muscle that you have to stretch and more like a sponge that's been sitting still, holding fluid in one place. And when it moves gently, it circulates fluid throughout itself. And as the fluid moves through the matrix, it may be helping structure that water in it, change the environment around it, clear what's stagnant and move it away, because movement is nourishment at the cellular level. Movement is life. So let's feel this right now together. Let's do a baseline, working with your fascia. I want you to slowly reach your arms overhead and just notice how it feels. How easy do they go up? Is it smooth? Is it sticky? Do you feel it at certain places? And then I want you to inhale and breathe, lengthening one arm, and let your head drop. And then change arms. Exhale down, inhale up, and let your head drop. And let your body sway side to side as you do it. And just notice how it feels. Breath all the way around. Breathe into the low back ribs. You can let your head look up. Let your collarbones rise. If you have problems completely with your shoulders, you can bend your elbows and just work the sides of the body. Letting the head and neck go side to side. And then slowly let your arms come down. Let your breath be in your low back. No judgment, just feel. Feel what it feels like. And now take your hands, I like to bring my thumbs around and put them on your low back ribs. So my thumbs are coming around above my waistline, and breathe, letting your thumbs come apart. Breathe into the low back ribs, let it widen outward, and let it softly go. Exhale slowly. And let the exhale be longer than the inhale. That's a message to your body that all is well. There's no need to stress. Long, smooth exhale. And on the next breath in, prepare, and this time I want you to add a gentle hum on the exhale. Make it low. How low can you go? Can you feel it all the way down into your belly? Inhaling, exhaling with a soft vibration, because vibration moves through fascia. It activates those mechanoreceptors, that pressure and vibration in your chest and throat. Several more of those. Just inhale, low back ribs. Okay, and now let's recheck. So now reach your arms overhead again and notice. Different? Same? Reach, inhale, reach the other, and just notice. Different, isn't it? Because you've had a direct effect on the piezoelectric property and the movement in the fascia. That's actually how it works. Can you feel that? Your system responded. And that's your matrix moving through a different state that you created. You don't have to micromanage or think about all this, but if you're like me, it's really awesome to know why. Your body wants to find its way towards support. And our job, my job, is to help to reduce the interference and supply the conditions that it can do that in. So hydrate. Hydrate throughout the day, not all at once. You don't want a whole bunch of salt at once, because then if you don't have enough water, the salt will pull the fluid out of your tissue and you'll feel dry. So not all at once. Quarter teaspoon, half teaspoon, stretched out through the day, and sip it consistently. High quality sea salt. Trace mineral supplements can do it, but we were evolved. Our blood is literally full of the same minerals that are in the salt of the sea. And it isn't just about sodium. It's about providing that full mineral spectrum that the matrix needs to hold charge. And it's not just about adding that. Eat mineral-rich foods Leafy greens, amazing. Mineral-rich broths, bone broths. Sea vegetables, and that quality sea salt. And if you're depleted, a good magnesium supplement can make a huge difference. Get morning light, even 10 minutes. Get out there and move gently in the morning. Let those infrared wavelengths start charging your connective tissue before the day asks you to do anything. Move in small rhythmic ways throughout the day, swaying, breathing in the low back. You're not just stretching, you're generating piezoelectric signal. You're charging the matrix. Breathe into your back body, especially when you're stressed, especially when you're uptight. Safety is not just a nervous system concept in your head. It's a biochemical state, a cellular state, a fluid state. Your body isn't just structure, it's a whole environment. It's chemistry, electricity, it's light, it's signals passing through. And the fascia sits right in the middle of all that. It's carrying all of that. It's a living matrix. Really think it's a cellular battery, your body's largest sensory organ, from your head to your toes, listening to everything. How you're moving, how you're breathing, how you hydrate, what you're eating, nourishing yourself, how safe you feel. So instead of trying to force flexibility, start by supporting the conditions that allow your movement to feel easier, that allow you to inhabit your body, nourish your body, charge the matrix. Let the body do what it already knows how to do by giving it what it needs. And if you've tried that fluid reset, tell me what you noticed. Did your arms move differently? Does something soften? Because that awareness is where change really begins in your body. So if this kind of really grounded exploration resonates with you, like and subscribe. That's how it works. And then we can return to these practices over and again when you need them. And remember, regulate before you try to renovate. Soften before you strive. And most of all, move with kindness. Breathe with awareness. And trust your body responds to what you give it. Thank you, guys. See you later.